Okay then, pause. If we look here at the setup now with the driver, just a main little quick shake at sort of address the grip in that left hand. We can see a little bit on the weaker side. Problem with that is when that grip was in that slightly weaker side, meant the club face was going to come back aiming a little bit too far to the right, causing a bit of sort of cut spin with that shot. And then your kind of way of fixing that as you came into impact now is almost try to wrap roll the hands over as much as you can. So we sort of try and almost flick it with the right hand. Now, yeah, good player like yourself, playing regularly, could possibly get away with that to a point. Problem is consistency wise, they're going to have the face going to be opening and closing at the sort of a nanosecond but sort of between these two lines. And when it's going to overclose or underclose, you're not really going to know to that much of a sort of a exact measure. So I want to get that left hand a little bit on. We can see a bit more of the logo there on the glove. The black part here of the grip we can see a little bit clearly, making sure meaning that your left hand now is slightly turned over to the right. So as we go back to the top of the backswing here, now we can make our normal kind of comfortable backswing. Good rotation. Posh is looking a lot better now, so able to turn and rotate that right side out of the way nicely. As we come back to goal, well, now our hands are basically going to return back to their kind of neutral position where they started. Now, admittedly, those hands are quite blurred, obviously, but we saw with a couple of ball flights towards the end there was no need to try to flip or roll your hands over. You could basically just unwind your body and unhinge the wrists correctly to release the power, but not feel the need to kind of rip the hands over or roll the hands over or do any kind of flicking or scooping to square the club face up. The club face now starts off square to target. As we rotate back with the torso and the body, the club now relative to the shaft is square. As we unwind our body now, we can just release the body to target a lot more freely, a lot more smoothly, without having to try to allow for so much timing at that moment of impact. So if we can get a stronger left-hand grip, basically with all clubs, more so perhaps with the driver because that ball is further forward and you seem a bit more tilted behind the ball, but generally speaking the grip's going to be the same. Just means you've got to do a lot less with the hands down at the bottom and you can control that club face an awful lot easier. So hope that makes sense, buddy. Any questions, obviously give me a shout and I'll see you soon.